Hello viewers, welcome once again to my channel Fox Business. My name is Fusu Gobin, a marketing professional and a marketing trainer. In this episode, we'll talk about how to develop social media marketing strategy. If you have not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button and subscribe, like, comment, and share. Most businesses and many businesses have found their way on social media. If you check any of the social media platforms, be it Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, etc., you'll find corporations, both small, large, and even very small businesses and companies having presence on social media. It tells you the importance of social media marketing. Now we're going to look at how to develop a social media marketing strategy. The first step is to set an objective. Where do you want to be? This should be a force of direction for you being on social media. Why are you going on social media? This could be either to generate brand awareness, to generate traffic to your website, to generate leads, and for that matter, revenue and sales, profit as a result of what? Brand awareness and then brand exposure on social media. So for example, a typical objective could be as smart as, next example, to generate 60% traffic growth on our website and generate leads and revenue of about 40% within the next 8 months. This is a typical example that you can set, and we call this the SMART objectives, as a specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time objective. The next thing now to do is to define your audience. It is important to know who and to understand who you are going to communicate to. As a matter of fact, you are not communicating to everybody on social media. You have people that need your product, and these are the people that you need to communicate your social media campaign to. They are what you call your target audience. This is very important because it makes you know where to put your effort and your resources. It also lets you know which type of content to develop, which of the social media platforms to focus your attention on. So you need to understand the profile of your target audience. What are their age, their location, occupation, religion, even level of education as well. And this will inform you as to how to develop content and to even choose specific platform. Their lifestyle, their interest. You need to produce educational content, you need to produce entertainment content, you need to produce fun-loving content. Which social media platforms will you find this particular target market the most? Where are they predominant most? Where do they spend most of their time? And this will help you in developing your social media strategy. It is important to understand your target market. The next important thing to do is to do a competitor analysis. It is always better to look out for what the competitor is doing. We have the market leader who actually dominates the market, which is actually in a dominant competitive position. Look out for what they are doing. Look out for what they are doing on social media. Which of the social media platforms are they on? How many of the social media platforms are they present? What kind of campaigns do they undertake? Are they doing more videos, or they are doing more of text and graphics and pictures? Look out for their campaign patterns, how often they post, the number of followers they have, the type of interaction that they have. This will inform you as to what content to develop. Look out for what works for the competitor, but don't follow blindly. Look out for which type of content that are working, which of the platforms that your competitor is doing very much well. This will give you a clue as to also develop your campaign and differentiate yourself on the market. It is important to understand your competitor. You can take time to follow up whatever the competitor does on social media, and this will give you an idea You can even follow the competitor to see how it interacts with its followers and its community. The next thing to do is to choose a social media platform. Choosing a social media platform is very, very, very crucial. In fact, almost all the platforms might have some number of or percentage of your target audience, but it's important to know where majority of your target audience are so you can communicate to them. So you need to base your selection on your audience. You also need to look at your product. What type of product are you selling? You can research to find out about which of the platforms sells a particular product best. All right. So now you need to then choose. But I suggest that when you are starting, start with Facebook and then move on to the remaining of the big five. What I mean by the big five is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and LinkedIn. So let's say big six rather. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn. The big six. If you're not into B2B, I would suggest you focus more on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube without spending much time on LinkedIn. Now, you also need to look at your budget. If you have to choose LinkedIn, for example, you'd have to pay more for paid adverts. But for organic, all the platforms is free. So choose social media platform based on your audience, your product, and as well as sometimes also your budget if you want to do paid. Now, let's look at the statistics. I think the statistics will help you make informed decision as to which platform to target and to choose, and then to, as a matter of fact, run your campaign. This was data collected by Corros in 2021. Now, let's take Facebook. 80% of those aged between 18 and 29 are on Facebook. 77% of those between 30 and 49 are on Facebook. 50 to 65%, we have 51% of that particular age group on Facebook. Now, let's take Instagram. On Instagram, as a matter of fact, 67% of those aged between 18 and 29 are on Instagram. 47% of those aged 30 and 49 are also on Instagram. And 23% of those between 50 and 64 are on Instagram. Let's go on to take Twitter. 38% of those aged between 18 and 29 are on Twitter. 26% of those aged 30 to 49 are on Twitter. 17% of those aged between 50 and 64 are on Twitter. The rest are on Twitter. Those that are dominating are between those ages of 18, 29, 30, and 49. But you also have a quite number of those around 50 to 60 also using Twitter. Now let's look at YouTube. 81% of those 15-25 are on YouTube. 71% of those 26 and 35 are on YouTube. 67% of those aged 36 and 45 on YouTube. 66% of those aged 46 and 55 are on YouTube. If we take LinkedIn, you're talking of those usually within the corporate market, those who have completed college, universities, and those who are in their various respective professions and they are working. Now, this data or this information should guide you as to which of the platforms you find your specific target audience and their age profile. Always ensure that your target audience have something to do with the platform that you choose. Now, let's look at the next thing, that is scheduling of your content. Scheduling of the content is also very important, as it will enable you to plan when to post and post effectively. Posting anyhow sometimes might not make you achieve the desired results. So in scheduling your content and creating a social media calendar for your content, the first thing to do is to do or conduct a social media audit. You see, there's no one proven strategy that works for me from my experience. So conduct a social media audit. Check out what works best. Experiment. Which content perform best? At what time of the day was that content posted? And how the interaction went? How many people interacted? How does frequency also affect engagement? In a particular period, you posted frequently and you get some positive interactions. That tells you that that particular piece of posting would also be workable. Also, look out for trends on the social media landscape as a whole. What has worked for competitors? What content performs best? Is it video, text, or image? Even hashtags. So do this analysis to really, as a matter of fact, also create a social media calendar. Choose specific days that you want to share your content per your social audit, right? So you can put your schedule in a form of a table with the various social media platforms, and then the type of content that you want to share and the time that you want to share. This makes it easy for you to organize your content and post them. Consistency, they say, also plays a major role in helping your content perform well. The next thing to do is control. How do you know you have arrived at your objectives? So this involves setting certain control measures, certain metrics or KPIs. So for example, reach. How many people does your post got to? A number of people who actually saw your post. Or then talk about the clicks. How many click-through rates? Click on your post, click on your profile, etc. Engagement, interactions, comments, likes, shares, retweets, etc. You could also use a metric like organic and paid engagement. How many people engage with your content that was paid for, and how many people engage with your content that was organic. Organic means that you did not pay anything, you use the regular services of the particular social media platform. What leads did you make? How many sales did you make? What was the lead and conversion rate? How much sales did you make? How much did you make in profit as compared to amount of money that was spent on doing the campaign? So the control stage will help you to know whether you've arrived at your objectives. So this is just a snappy step-by-step guide as to how to develop a basic and a simple social media marketing strategy. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Watch out for my next video.